Welcome, all you sinners and saints. You are watching Chillin' with Lucifer, the show where we talk about anything and everything, especially those things related to Lucifer. I'm your host, Limpy Malone. Welcome to day 3 of our 6 days of top 6 Lucifer moments. Our last list was 6 times Maze was a badass, and if you have yet to see it, go ahead and check it out. There's a link in the description below and at the end of this video. Today we're covering a personal favorite of mine, and I'm sure some of yours as well. Douchifer moments. So grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and chill out with us. Since the beginning, these two have been nothing but snark, rivalry, and a never-ending supply of comic relief. But if you look hard enough, you might find some tender loving moments. So without further ado, here are 6 Douchey Douchifer moments.
Got a pretty woman gon' treat me like an earthquake in a whirlwind.
Since Douchifer was officially coined in this episode, it only makes sense to start off with this classic moment. Our number 6 captivated our hearts, tickled our bellies, and pleased our eyes. Sort of. Number 6. Dan and Lucifer approach Boris Sokolov, a Russian mobster that runs a Fall Guy operation out of his bathhouse. The pair enters the bathhouse sporting nothing but towels around their hips. Lucifer begins to shamelessly imitate an American accent and compliments Dan.
Who bought a ticket to the gun show? Divorce becomes you, detective.
He then goes on to tell Boris that his name is Dan and he wants Lucifer Morningstar dead. Boris asks what Lucifer has done to deserve death, to which Lucifer confesses that he's not only hurt his enemies, but those closest to him as well, saying that he probably hurts them most of all. Also making this a bonus 7th angst moment. Though short-lived, this moment is a perfect example of Douchifer in a nutshell. I'm not even going to explain this one and just let the moment speak for itself. Number 5. Detective, counselor, douche, dick, ouch. But what else do you say to the guy who shagged your marlet? Lucifer hardly ever listens to Dan, but when he does, Dan usually regrets it, giving us one of the funniest moments in Lucifer and our number 4 Douchifer spot. Number 4. Dan and Lucifer seek out Dave Maddox, the man who supplied Professor Carlyle with the ingredients to his designer poison. When the two arrive on scene, Dan insists that Lucifer needs to follow his lead. Lucifer agrees, giving Dan his word that he won't do anything without Dan's orders. Much to the dismay of Dan, Maddox and his men apprehend Dan and Lucifer. Midway through treating Dan like a punching bag, Maddox leaves to grab a blunt object. While waiting for Maddox to return, Lucifer begins to question Dan about his methods. It soon occurs to Lucifer that Dan has no plan to get out of their current situation, prompting Lucifer to break out of his handcuffs, and Dan to pitch a mild fit, asking, "You could get out of those the whole time?" This scene is a much needed comic relief before we sob our eyes out later in the episode. Our number 3 Douchifer moment is packed with so many innuendos, it's worthy of its own video. We gloss over this moment briefly in the 6 moments Maze was a badass, so if you want to see more on that, be sure to check out that video as well.
She stole my heart.
Number 3.
She ran around.
After being beat over the head repeatedly by Maze with suggestive comments, Dan asks Maze if she knows about his affair. Maze continues to hassle Dan as he explains that he had sex with Charlotte. Lucifer's confusion soon becomes anger as he shouts, "You slept with my marlet!" and shoves Dan through the front door of the Triads, prompting number 2 of the 6 times Maze was a badass. The look of shame and embarrassment on Dan's face, combined with Lucifer's reaction, makes this moment unforgettable. And it goes without saying that Lucifer can no longer stand seeing Charlotte and Dan in the same room after this comes to a head. Our number 2 moment is certainly the moment that made us all fall completely head over heels with Douchifer. It also helps us forget how devastating this episode is to our hearts. Number 2. Lucifer and Dan find common ground in their love for the body bags action movies in this scene. Dan confesses to missing out on his and Chloe's wedding planning to see Body Bag 6. Douchifer goes on to defend the movie, saying how great it was, even quoting their favorite catchphrase, "in sync." I mean, in unison. The two proceed to annoy Chloe by referencing the movie and taking the time to fanboy over the series by any given chance. The bromance peaks when Chloe asks about the Body Bags 4 movie. Lucifer begins to explain how the victim and the suspect met on set. Dan chimes in and the two proceed to finish each other's sentences. Engulfed in their fanboying, they begin to gush over the Weaponizer and eventually reenact their favorite parts of the Weaponizer series. It's the first time Dan and Lucifer actually behave like friends, making this one of the best and definitely the most adorable Douchifer moments in the show. Hey look, Chloe even says so.
You're oddly adorable.
Just because these two get along like a rat's in a snake nest, let's take the time to appreciate the rarely occurring and tender moments between these two before going on to the most moving Douchifer moment of all time. Okay, that's enough. On to number 1.
Follow my heart even if it led me to ruin. Allowed to make mistakes cause damn, I'm only human, right?
After his actions caused Lucifer to become the prime suspect in the murder of Pastor Jacob Williams, Dan confesses his part in Malcolm's shooting on Palmetto Street. Chloe is understandably upset and tells Dan that he can make up his mistake by proving Lucifer's innocence. Chloe then intercepts Lucifer in his pursuit of Malcolm, convincing Lucifer to come into the station peacefully. Lucifer agrees to follow Chloe, and they run into Dan, who informs them that they have found the evidence that they need to clear Lucifer's name. Once at the station, Dan approaches the clerk and says, "I'm here to turn myself in." He then explains that he removed the gun from evidence and believes that same gun killed Pastor Williams. Chloe and Lucifer watch in surprise as Dan is taken into custody. Lucifer shows his gratitude by thanking Dan and agreeing to stop calling him Detective Douche for a day. This scene allows Dan to redeem himself with Lucifer, Chloe, and the audience, earning its spot as the number 1 Douchifer moment on Lucifer.
My heart even if it led me to ruin. Allowed to make mistakes cause damn, I'm only human. Chasing the light like it's calling to me.
That's our third top 6 list in our 6 days of top 6 moments series dedicated to Lucifer. Tune in for the remaining 3 lists this week, leading up to Season 2, Episode 14, upon which there will be a special video guaranteed to jerk your heartstrings and you will hate me for it. I guarantee it. Tomorrow's episode is 6 bro moments, so don't miss out on that. Thanks for watching Chillin' with Lucifer. I'm Limpy Malone, and remember, Lucifer says, indulge in your desires. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and throw a sub our way. You could even share this with a buddy to lighten up their day. If you really love this video and have a buck or two for the needy, you could donate to my Patreon. I do put these videos together myself, and every bit helps keep me motivated and able to make more of these videos. Thank you so much, and have a delightfully sinful day.